Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Thank you.